Hello, I am live. This is a taste challenge. No, not a taste challenge. A taste challenge. I'm used to saying Dawn Busters. This is being done for the Wednesday slot. Monday we did Bacardi. Captain Morgan White, John Andy and I. So here we're doing, which was what it was supposed to be last taste challenge. It was supposed to be Bacardi Superior versus Aristocrat, and I got confused and I did the Captain Morgan. That's supposed to come later. Oh, I make mistakes. Believe me. Believe me, you. Believe you, me. Like I just made one. I forgot to put my tabs. You say, just look at the color. Yeah, clear. This one's clear, but this other one is clear. All right, Bacardi was established in 1862. B. I knew I was forgetting something. I don't know when each thing came out. They don't really say on the website, but I guess perhaps they always had a gold, a clear, and an aged. I really don't know. I know some things, though. It is from Puerto Rico, and it is aged at least 1 year, probably not longer than that. It is at least 1 year old. It's filtered through a secret blend of charcoal. What kind of wood? They're not going to tell you that, okay? It's been produced in Puerto Rico since the 1960s. It was originally from Cuba, but they had a communist revolution, and they took their property, and people fled. Maybe one day when if the country's free again, they could go back and get constituted in the home country. So Cuba became communist in 1959. Kind of like what they're trying to do in the United States today. And we'll see what happens. Aristocrat came out in 1933 with the establishment of Grosskopf Distillers Company. I think it was 33, but I know the company was founded in 33. The Grosskopf husband and wife team, they both died in 1999. So that's our window, 1933 to 99. And actually, their distillery burnt down in 1968. So really, you're only talking about 35-year period where it could have been around. And then it was acquired. Heaven Hill swooped in and bought up the Grosskopf line, the Aristocrat line. Aristocrat's not the only thing Grosskopf made. It's just one of the lines. And it's a whole series of liquor. Aristocrat rum, gold, white. They might have an overproof, a spiced, gin, vodka, blended American whiskey, straight bourbon, I think, maybe some liqueurs, tequila. So that's, it's so common in America. I don't know about other countries, but in the United States of America to have these lines of liquor, like it's its own company, but usually it's owned by somebody else. So pour the Bacardi first this afternoon. Now Friday, I might just sip on. Friday I've got too many things to do. I can't do a taste challenge. I could try to rush it and slip it in there, but I don't think that's a good idea. So this is a green bottle. The Bacardi bottle it looks clear, but if you hold it up and let the light catch it correctly, you can see it's clearly green. Very pale green. The Aristocrat is just a white bottle. So next week, maybe I could do another rum taste challenge. The week after, I don't think I'm going to have time to do any taste challenges for rum or whiskey, to tell you the truth. Okay, that should be enough. Let me see. But we'll see if I can All right, so Aristocrat, I paid $6.99 for that 1 liter bottle. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? $12.99 for the 750 milliliter bottle of Bacardi. B and A. All right. Now we know that the Bacardi comes from Puerto Rico because it says on the bottle. It says established in Santiago de Cuba, but made in Puerto Rico, white rum. And then it says bottled in Jacksonville, Florida. Perfect for mixing. Now, the Aristocrat does not say it's imported, all right? It just says Aristocrat light rum. Okay. It's a product, it says product of the West Indies, bottled by Grosskirth, which is Heaven Hill, in Bardstown, Kentucky. So it's produced in the West Indies and bottled in Kentucky. So which of the West Indies? Well, it doesn't say it's imported. Usually they'll say that. So they'll say that. So it's going to probably be either the United States Virgin Islands, St. John, St. Thomas, and St. Croix, those 3 main islands, or Puerto Rico. But there's other Puerto Rican islands in that Commonwealth. So, but I don't think it's from the British West Indies. I know it's not Cuba. I don't think it's the French West Indies. I don't think it's the Dutch West Indies. Or the independent countries down there, like Dominica and Haiti, Dominican Republic. So I think it's one of those U.S. areas. Okay, which I would like to visit. Don't need a passport. You can just get on a plane and go, or a boat. This smells spicy in the nose and smells sweet and sugary, not overly sweet or sugary, but it's spicy in the nose. And I pick up some wood, charred oak, and some kind of char. You know, they filtered through charcoal. It's a nice, pleasant smell. It's not exotic or anything. Now over here, I pick up like water. Now with a deep inhalation, I mean really breathe it in. If you open your mouth, you can get more. You do get the wood, the charred oak, some maybe some very pale, very light white, light molasses, sugarcane molasses, light sugar. But on aroma, this one seems a little bolder, so I think it's probably Bacardi, but I don't want to rush it. Not that I'm trying to drag it out, I'm not, but to be on the safe side, let's test it. A lot of wood. Just think of a barrel like a liquor barrel. In this case, a rum barrel. Charred oak. It's not heavily charred. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be very mild. Maybe a little spice. Yeah, it would be a mixing rum. I'm sipping it on its own. I prefer to do that, but I know 99% of the people buying it are mixing it, and that's fine. Especially since that's what it was intended for. Alex, the beer master, says, good afternoon, Ron. Good afternoon to you, Alex. I get wood here. Some spices. They don't use spices in this. It's not as sweet. It's more neutral in the flavor. You get more water. Probably some mountain water, spring water from one of the mountains. Whatever, you know. It's clean. It's very clean. And I recall, and it's pretty dry and it's light. And I recall the Aristocrat being all of those things: clean, dry, and light. Clean, dry, light. I recall that. Now I did Bacardi versus Castillo, right? And I do believe I did Bacardi versus Skull. Unless I skipped it, but I do so many I start to forget. But I'll check, you know. But the Skull is so dry. Well, that's what it's called, dry white rum. And I recommend it because it's only $6.99 for the liter. This one is a little more sugary, a little richer. Well, I have to say, a good deal richer in the flavor. Now, is it a better flavor? Okay, is it a better flavor? Yes. This one over here has more of an rubbing alcohol under body. You know, a little young, maybe a little less developed and not as bold. Now, I know bold doesn't always mean good. Camo, for example, Camo beer is bold, but bad. Oh, so very bad. Unless they've improved it. Alex said, hey, Ron, I'm trying to find that beer that you talked about last night. The bourbon whiskey stout. I haven't. Hoping one day I will try it if I can find it, because you retracted it. Did you retract it? Because I think that was John and Neely that had that. He must have realized it was John and Neely that had that whiskey beer. That's okay. I wish I could retract everything I've said. Well, not everything I've said, of course. I wish I could retract some of the things I've said. And actually, I do retract them. But some people say, I got it recorded, or I remember it. And I'm like, well, you never said anything you regret. And people are like, no, never. I'm perfect. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm not. But they're just talking trash. You know, they aren't perfect. Oh, you're trying to find a whiskey bourbon stout beer? Bourbon whiskey stout beer. Yeah, I don't really know which one you're talking about, but I would be open to doing any beer review, assuming I could get my hands on it and that it wasn't too expensive. All right, well, I'm going to say this is the Bacardi in my left hand because it has a richer, more developed flavor. It's better, but then you have to ask yourself, and I'm asking myself because I paid for these. No one gave me any of these rums. The Bacardi's $12.99 for 750 milliliters, and the Aristocrat is $6.99 for 1,000 milliliters. Now, of course, I would rather get 1,000 than 750. I would rather get it for $6 less. So, I mean, but one more. Yeah, I don't know if it's really worth twice as much. Well, almost twice as much. Maybe $13.98 as opposed to $12. And then you would get 2 bottles, $12.99. I think when you look at it that way, it's even. You know what I mean? Like you got to you decide if you want to make the trade-off or not. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say, yeah, I'll pay the $12.99 and get a better rum, the Bacardi, and that would be a good, fine purchase. Or you could say, I'm going to substitute. I'm going to get 2 bottles of Aristocrat and pay only 99 cents more and get 2 bottles. And then you're looking at 2,000 milliliters versus 750. Then that really starts to come into play. And would paying 99 cents more to get 2,000 milliliters as opposed to 750 be worth it if we looking at the price of the flavor? I think it would be. There is a lot of wood in that taste, so it's all up to you. But I think it's even if you look at it that way. I don't know. It's hard to say. They're both fine, but the Bacardi I think is better. Alex said, "Ron, I'm talking about Boulevard." Oh, no, we can't get that in Louisiana, but that could change this weekend. You know, people are always telling me, not always, but often, I want to send you this beer. You can't get it. And I tell them, no, I can't get it right now. Maybe in a month I can get it. Oh, no, you'll never see it. Well, then all of a sudden I see it. And I say, I thought I wasn't going to be able to get it. Oh, well, the distribution changed. They got bought out. Well, okay, so see what I mean? Things can change. And then I got people that will tell me, oh, I want to send you stuff from Kansas. I work at the post office. There's no effort for me. Oh, I want to send you something. I want to send you something. And I'm like, no, don't worry about it. It's a big expense, a big hassle. Not for me, it isn't. I really want to send it. So I give my address and everything. And I'm like, where's the beer? You know, I'm saying this nice. You know, I'm just summarizing it. And that goes on for a month. And then they block me. So I can't contact them anymore. You know, so it's like, you don't have to be a crazy person to watch this channel. And I don't think most people who watch the channel are crazy. But there's some people that are. And to me, that's a sign of sort of being kind of crazy. You say, but he works for the post office. How could he be crazy? Oh, well, think about that. Oh, that was so irritating. And not the first time. And it's like, man, I can buy my own beer. I can buy my own liquor. I have money. But their point is, I want you to try something you can't get from my state. I think I'm right. I know I'm right. Because if it's like, you're coming to me with all this, then come on. I want, you know, I'm expecting it to come in. You know, where's the yayo? I mean, come on. You told me you wanted me to review the beer. Where's the beer? You know, that's only sensible, right? And the guy even told me, no obligation on your part. Now, maybe, just maybe, he was thinking, oh, I know that guy in Louisiana is going to say, no, I insist. I'm going to send you some Louisiana beers. Well, such was his fantasy. I'm not doing that. Okay? So, in other words, don't be stupid. Okay, but I know most of y'all aren't. You're good viewers. You're good commentators. You're good people to talk to, right? But you get, over a course of 8 years, you'll run across some Lulus, you know. All right, I'm saying that's the Bacardi. Or as I told Alex, Ronnie Simpson, you know, Ronnie was like, Ronnie S was like, you mean those cranks? Talking about those cranks. I say, right, those cranks, those Lulus, those Cayos. All right, this is Aristocrat. It is Aristocrat. So can you tell Bacardi from Aristocrat? Yes, and you can do it on aroma only. Aroma only. Well, what do you expect? $12.99 versus $6.99. That's the difference between bottom shelf and mid range. And it's all about what you want to buy. I like to try them both, really. I mean, I just like to try them. Sometimes you get some really bad ones like that Ron Rio. I don't know what the deal is, but I can't wait to try that again just so I can hate it. I really can't wait. I'll just I gotta try it just to see if I was mistaken. I know I wasn't. Oh man. All right. Well, thanks for watching this video stream, this video production. Bacardi is the winner again. Now, it didn't beat Castillo. I don't think it was better than the Castillo. Now, with the Castillo Gold and the Bacardi Gold, yeah, Bacardi Gold was easily better. Easily better. quite clearly better. But the white was a draw. Now, but the Bacardi is better than the Skull, and it's better than the Aristocrat. And I think it's going to be better than all the rest, except Captain Morgan. That's when Bacardi's going to go to rum school.